Welcome back to the Delaware Way. I'm Larry Menti. When you think about a library, you think about borrowing books, maybe getting a movie, maybe doing some research. But libraries are also an important place to bring people together. To talk more about that is Annie Norman, state librarian, and Bob Ewers, who is an advisor with the Delaware Community Foundation. And this is an important part of the partnership. We'll explain that in a moment. Annie, thank you for coming back.
Thank you.
You have a big open house coming up, and the event is for the Delaware Partners. Explain all of that.
Sure. It's an open house for Delaware Partners on Thursday, June 2nd from 2 to 5 at the Dover Public Library. And we're inviting all sorts of organizations, agencies, nonprofits, as well as for-profit organizations, educators, all sorts of organizations. We'd like to come out and meet with us, meet with libraries, and learn about how to partner with us and with each other.
And how does Bob come into play in this?
So Bob comes into this because we had been working with partners for a number of years, and in libraries we had started to look at what's called community indicators, which are measures of community health and growth and development. And we saw this article that the Delaware Community Foundation was doing that, and we're like, well, what are they doing? So we called them up.
What are some of the indicators?
Oh, some of the indicators would be our demographics, about our aging population, could be about crime, could be related to education, health, quality of life matters in general, housing costs, et cetera. So it's a whole array of indicators that reflect what the quality of life is in Delaware by county compared to other communities across the country.
So what you're providing to all the people that come in for the partners and for this open house that I know is just a small part of a bigger project is you are providing information to these partners so they can go out and do important work in the community and know where the needs are. Is that fair?
Yes, indeed.
And so you read about them, and are the other people in this partnership excited about this?
So we've had partnerships with many organizations since 2008. It actually started during the recession because we were seeing lots of people in desperate straits, and they needed help with housing and food and jobs and all sorts of things. And so we held an open house back then, and at that point we were targeting basic needs. And the response was overwhelming. We had over 90 organizations come out to that first open house. It was like, wow. And so since then, we've been working with them, so now we're up to about 130 organizations. But we're reaching out. We want to get some additional sectors, the public sector, for instance, education. We like to work more with them. And as well as the other nonprofits out there.
So you have all these organizations that want to do good but focus on specific things, and you don't want them working in a bubble. You want them to be able to work with each other because one problem begets another problem, and to have two organizations working doing the same thing helps. So I get all of that, but what's fascinating to me is now they would have data that goes along with that.
Right. We're trying to make data available, accessible, and we're delighted to join with the library because we view it as a center of community knowledge and literacy. And we believe that's necessary as a first step in developing a community consensus and agenda about what are the most challenging areas of focus, what are the greatest potential opportunities for our future. And we applaud that effort and are really delighted to partner with the library system to think about our future and to look at and use information and knowledge going forward.
But this is the huge trend right now.
Yes.
I know it because so much data is available now and so much data is available online. Getting information to find out where problems are and where to move resources is something everybody's talking about.
Correct, and curating that information. What's important information? How do you interpret it? What is the narrative that you gain from that information? And we're trying to engage in that dialogue. We are working with community groups, small groups of folks, trying to understand what's going on in education, what's going on in economic opportunity and development. And over the next year to 18 months, I think you'll see a narrative come out of the Community Foundation about the state of our community.
Wow, that is fascinating. And so what you're doing is hooking up the 130 organizations with him. So not only do they have data, but they have resources, and now through you they have a meeting place.
Absolutely.
Which is perfect. Now, have you reached out to enough organizations? Do you want to get information out there for some other organizations that may be interested and can contact you?
That's the point of the open house, is to get more organizations to the table. You know, there's a lot of initiatives going on out there, and we want to make sure that everyone feels included and that we're all working together. Delaware's small and we have limited resources, and the more we can all work together, the more effective we can be on behalf of Delawareans.
It's a great use for the libraries too. I mean, it really is a wonderful use because it is sometimes the center of a community, and it's a way everybody knows where the library is, and so somebody can get there. And this is the Dover Library. Give the date and the particulars again, and how people can get more information.
It's Thursday, June 2nd, from 2 to 5 in the afternoon, and they can register at delawarelibraries.org.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming in once again, Bob.
Thank
nice
you.
meeting you.
Likewise.
Annie Norman is the state librarian, and Bob Ewers, an advisor with the Delaware Community Foundation. When we come back, an entrepreneur in the state of Delaware that's invented a new board game that's gaining in popularity when the Delaware Way continues.